Friends, often in the comments you ask me, what's your favorite sausage? And I always answer without a second thought, chorizo. The thing is, chorizo isn't just one specific kind of sausage, it's an entire family of Spanish sausages. Chorizo can be raw, smoked, dry, cured, or boiled. It includes chorizo sausage and chorizo grill sausages. The Spanish use chorizo in everything. They add it to soups, on pizzas, in sandwiches, and massive amounts of other dishes, from pasta to all sorts of mess. Basically, what we have here is a universal culinary product, and with this video, we're starting a full series of videos about the preparation of different types of chorizo sausages. Yes, today we will prepare raw, smoked, and dry cured chorizo, and also on this channel in the near future we will make chorizo sausages, grilled chorizo sausages, and boiled smoked chorizo. So be sure to subscribe to the channel right now, click on the notification bell, and let's get started. Welcome to our channel, Daniel and Larissa, and today we'll cook a copy of the Spanish sausage Choriza Iberica. Why a copy? Yes, because the Spaniards are very thorough. They approach the choice of raw materials for all their sausages very carefully. Like with Cachamun, pigs are specially fattened and monitored. There are even some interesting stories. Chorizo appeared in Spain in the second half of the 15th century when a flow of relatively cheap spices came from America. In Europe at that time, spices were very expensive. Before, in Spain, they used to make white and black sausages. The black ones have blood in them. So when the Spaniards came to the New World and brought their pigs there, they started breeding them to make their own sausages, assigning an Indian to each pig to look after it. Today we'll prepare chorizo and berrique with a minimum of equipment. The dry cured sausage will age in an ordinary refrigerator. Yes, it's possible. It's always much better, but we have a lot of beginner sausage makers on our channel. And if you want to know the recipe for the classic preparation of chorizo, here will be a pop-up tip. We have already cooked chorizo in a climate chamber. Be sure to watch this video. Today we will cook chorizo with starter cultures. We will use safe Pro Starts from Flora, Italy, and also use a ready-made set of spices for chorizo sausages. We will use it in all types of sausages mentioned in all the videos I listed. All this can be purchased in the Craft Store online store. The link to the online store is in the video description. In our store, you can purchase the largest selection of ingredients in Ukraine for making sausages and for any home crafting in general. Also, there's a huge selection of equipment. Be sure to follow the link in the description, become our client, and I must say that you can purchase all products from the Craft Store from delivery in Ukraine and also to all European countries, America, Israel, Canada, some other countries on request. I'll make a reservation right away. Certain countries, I mean Georgia, Kazakhstan, not all goods can be delivered to these countries. So it is necessary to approach this issue individually, and we friends are starting for the preparation of chorizo. Today we packed 1.5 kilograms of raw meat, 750 g of lean pork, and 750 g of fat shoulder. Also friends, classic chorizo can be cooked from part of the brisket. In this case, lean pork will be 900 to 100 g, and accordingly, let's give 2/3 lean. And if we use brisket or bacon, then 1/3 of the brisket and bacon. It turns out both quite tasty. Then we will use 27 g of Netri salt from the store online store. In addition to this set of spices for chorizo, now I will read what is included. Black pepper extract, smoked paprika, pepper, chili, garlic, cumin. Actually, everything that goes into the classic Scherer's recipe, you don't need to weigh anything. Just use 10 grams of these spices per kilogram of minced meat. It also includes salt, dextrose, flavor enhancer, and antioxidant. In addition, dear friends, crystal as a nutrient medium for starter cultures and the starter cultures themselves. Our sausage will ripen. Where's your start? In the ICLE casing of caliber 45, you can also use the Nalifirm casing. And in principle, if you cook in a climatic chamber, then you can use a natural pork casing, as it is actually done according to the classics, so that we get a beautiful pattern. As a result, I will cut lean pork into cubes, about 1 to 5 centimeters. Friends, if you are interested in the topic of a climatic chamber. Now, in the upper right corner of the video, there will be a pop-up window for our channel's playlist, where I detailedly discuss the creation of a full-fledged climate chamber based on ordinary household fridges. You can also find in our Roof Store's Open Projects section information on assembling a climate chamber controller yourself, and of course ready-made controllers that you can purchase in our store. You can buy in our store, and in the videos I thoroughly cover the topic on how to build a climate chamber, how to set it up, and how to arrange all the devices. This will all be explained in great detail. But let's go back to our chorizo, friends. When it comes to raw materials, it's very crucial that the raw materials for dry cured sausages have matured, that is, have undergone the process of autolysis. This means that if you buy meat in a store, it's likely already aged there. But if you bought a pig at the market and the pig owner tells you it was grazing just yesterday, definitely there on the grass, whether it's grazing or simply sunbathing. By the way, did you know pigs sunbathe? So absolutely, our main taster came for his portion of meat, right? Come on, oops, yours. So remember to put the pork in the fridge and maintain a temperature of 2 to 4 degrees for at least a week. This is extremely important for the sausage process to run correctly in the future, especially since it'll be aged under quite difficult conditions, that is, in a regular refrigerator. Grind the fatty part of the pig in a meat grinder with a grid with a hole diameter of 5 to 6 millimeters, that is, not too finely. Once the minced meat is ready, dissolve dextrose and starter cultures in a small amount of water. You can let them stand for about 10 to 15 minutes, but this is not a mandatory procedure. A few minutes will be enough. Then we must thoroughly mix the minced meat with salt, spices, and starter cultures, which I'll add here immediately. You can even do chorizo with spray, a preliminary salting of the raw materials for 4 to 5 days. I also think that works much better, but we agreed to do it quickly with minimal compliance with all classical norms and canons. We use starter cultures that will help us achieve an excellent result even if we don't comply with some important standards, and will forgive many mistakes. We need the minced meat for 5 to 7 minutes. After we've thoroughly kneaded the minced meat, it looks like this. We transfer it to a syringe for knocking out and prepare the ISIL casing, cutting it into the required segments. It's usually loaves of 40, well, about 35 to 40 centimeters. And also just before, we soak the casing immediately before knocking out the loaf in warm water. However, we don't actually soak it. You don't need to soak it in the traditional sense, just dip in warm water. Now from here we need to remove remaining minced meat and prepare the casing. Here I will compact everything well so there's as little empty space as possible. We prepared the ISIL casing and twine for tying sausages. We knock out the bars very tightly. The tighter we knock out, the fewer voids there will be in our future sausage. Larissa assists me. Usually it's very difficult to handle a horizontal syringe on your own, and especially since my table doesn't allow me to secure this syringe firmly on the surface. So knocking out the base transforms into a whole quest. First, we knock out all the loaves, then we do the tying. In the craft store online shop, guys, you can buy vertical syringes, which are significantly more convenient to work with alone if you don't have an assistant like mine. I've got a bit of air and the sausage got in. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, twist. Now we'll release as much as we can. We also have electric syringes that are powered by a special motor and have a pedal for the operator, which is just incredibly convenient for a single person. Overall, we dislodge all the loaves and then we proceed. We densify the loaves by twisting and tying, forming loops that will be needed for hanging the sausage. We twist tightly so it's very, very dense, so you can always compress the loaves well even if the stuffing wasn't too dense. Pay attention, I tie each subsequent knot below the previous one, thus making an even stronger compression. We got some really nice 4 full loaves of bread. One is small, as they say, 4 sons and a sweet daughter. Pay attention to the fact that you can't pierce the sheath of the eye seal. It will simply tear. And if you get air in somewhere during the stuffing process, then it can't. It's no big deal, it will stay inside. We weigh each loaf and label it with a sticker for future count. So, well, where are you going? What a shame. My scales had been tossed around with sausage, but hold on, some kind of a cheburek weighs exactly 350 grams. This is a classic chorizo loaf. It's written on the sticker. The actual weight and date are marked, after which we place a sausage weighing 350 grams on the 8th of March. See what I'm doing on the 8th of March? Creating content for you instead of drinking somewhere with Larissa. So we hang the sausage on the warm phase of fermentation at room temperature, that is 22 to 25 degrees Celsius, room temperature. The warm phase will last about 40 hours, plus or minus 12 hours. And take a look at how the loaf looks now. I'll show it to you tomorrow so you can see the difference. Just notice how the warm phase changes the appearance of the sausage. And yes, in 2 days, this sausage will be completely fermented due to the starter cultures lowering the pH or increasing the acidity. As a sausage mince or meat wars, it will be fully ready to eat. I think we're going to cut this thing open and even give it a taste. Now, friends, see you tomorrow. I'm going to mark everything now and I'll post it tomorrow. See you, friends. 2 days have passed and look at our chorizo. It's really starting to look like chorizo sausage. It's turned red. Its color has changed significantly. This tells us that the warm phase is over. Next, we need to halt the fermentation process, the action of the lactic acid bacteria contained in the starter cultures. To do this, we need to cool the sausage loaves to a temperature of 2 to 4 degrees. This can be done in the fridge over 12 hours, after which comes the aging process, specifically the drying of the sausage. It's supposed to lose 30-35% of its weight. A 35% loss will result in it being dry and fairly hard, while a 30% loss will make it slightly less dry, of course. Ideally, this should be done in a climate-controlled room at 10 to 11 degrees Celsius and with 75 to 80% relative humidity. Here, a pop-up window will come up with a playlist where I've recorded a number of videos about climate-controlled rooms. Also, friends, you can purchase equipment for a climate-controlled room from the Crow Store online shop. Another option is using a cellar, basement, or just an unheated room in the house. Where the temperature is 10, 11 degrees, well, in our case, we'll hang this particular sausage in the fridge. After the cold phase, I'll show you how it hangs in a normal fridge where it'll dry out and go through the ripening process. It's very important that the fridge isn't no frost. In no frost fridges, even with an ice shell, the sausage will get hard. Well, we cool it down for 12 hours to be exact. After that, in a standard fridge, we have 8 degrees there. Yes, the process isn't quite correct. Yes, it'll take a bit longer, but one way or another, it's possible. We'll see what we get next. With this sausage, in our case, it'll look like this. We took a shoelace, by the way, which our cat usually plays with. We hung the sausage on this shoestring just on the fridge door. Here it'll dry out, lose weight, and mature to a loss of 35%, as I said earlier. Friends, a month and a half has passed and our sausages have lost even more weight than we planned. Here, now 40% less weight. And of course, we need to cut them now and taste them. Look at how beautiful they are. Today, I will have an amazing spicy snack for beer. And for you, I am finally finishing this recipe. And you can start making chorizo at home. If you remember, I also had a small sausage. I ate it in about 2 weeks. The sausage was very soft and quite tasty. And the chorizo we got is like this. Yes, with large inclusions of meat. I like it better that way. As I told you at the beginning of the video, there are a lot of options for cooking chorizo. Something is not taken away. Okay, let's cut it just like this so that it glows. I love it. So slice the sausage thinly, then layer several slices of it on the sandwich. Just look at how incredible this thinly sliced sausage looks. In my opinion, it's utterly fabulous, and I'm even going to show you it in the light. The cut turned out just like this. Look, it is just stunning to me. Let's view it in the light. Just look at the elegant design and fantastic marbling of these sausages. They just gleam like mica. Let's try and peel back the casing, which I intended to do epically with a knife. It comes off quite easily, and yes, sometimes cleaning the sausage can be challenging, particularly sorvialnaya. There are a few. Either vacuum seal or refrigerate the slices. If you don't have a vacuum sealer, simply wrap it in cling film and refrigerate. This will make peeling it easier. I'm usually a great peeler. I just couldn't demonstrate it well on camera. And so, friends, this is the taste of Spain, the fragrance of Spain. It takes me back to Barcelona. Walking through a massive market there with an unimaginable variety of sausages, hams, and other delicious delicacies.
You could even order a sliced platter accompanied with a glass of wine for tasting or as a light lunch. The bread there is also very delicious. This sausage pairs perfectly with fresh, crispy bread. Adding some butter elevates the taste. But ensure the bread is warm. It goes right in, trust me. Check it out, by the way. Write later in the comments if you've tried making it this way. It's spicy, just the right amount of spicy. I love sausages like this, just like real chorizo. You just can't tell the difference in the aroma or taste. It's practically 100%. Yes, you can verify. Cook the sausage using this recipe and then purchase a slice of real chorizo from your local supermarket. Trust me, this will be significantly tastier. It has an excellent meaty taste. The spices don't overpower the taste of the meat, but at the same time there's a clear predominance and a distinct characteristic taste of chorizo. It's present here. Well, what can I say? A great beer appetizer for a while now, as we made 4 sticks of chorizo buddies. This sausage is really cool on a meat platter. It's very beautiful, very vibrant in taste and appearance, just like a regular sausage for a snack, breakfast, or anything else. It's trying to slip away from me now. I want to show you how nice it is. Time is running out, so dear friends, thank you very much for watching this video to the end. We are delighted to present this recipe to you. Please write in the comments whether you liked it after you cooked chorizo according to this recipe or not. Although I am sure you'll like it, so you can write a comment right now. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, stay with us. All the best, bye.